Now, okay, if we're done with those 5 parts, the next episode will be episode 6. The staff of Buki.
Gonna call bullshit right now.
Staff
before
of
the
Bukaki?
fucking thing even starts. This fucking staff is designed by supposedly fucking magic users or shinobis or whatever the fuck it were, and it is designed to do one thing, Shane. What does this staff do?
Kills magic users.
No, it's designed to combat shinobis by turning magic against the grantor. So whoever uses magic, this staff acts like a shield that reflects that magic back onto the user. And this dragon
thinks it'll kill her.
This dragon used a magic spell to take the staff.
But no.
Why didn't that old motherfucker that was holding the staff, when he's like, I opened up a portal, I'm going to take... Nope, I'm going to reflect this magic back on you and close that portal. You don't have arms. Fuck you, my staff.
Yeah.
Eat shit, dragon bitch.
And
then Dragon Man would be like, what the fuck?
And with a summary, being that the Dragon Lord gets a staff, you kind of think it would take a while for him to get to the staff. But no, rip.
Exactly, because he used a fucking magic spell that the staff should have just been able to be like, no, close that portal.
Yeah.
You don't have an arm now. Fuck you, dragon.
Not to mention the fact that everything up to now has been literally quick cuts to like A, B, C, and D story within like a fucking 19-minute episode. It's been like, oh, we gotta go get the shredder. Okay, now let's cut to the shredder.
Yeah, we didn't plan anything.
Get him,
went.
and then we
get
cut back
ready
to the
rumble.
No, it's my name is Mr. Kennedy.
I like that.
Kennedy. Don't worry, you won't get it. It's a wrestling joke. But anyway,
it's a good one.
No, I did.
And okay, fair enough. And then they fucking cut back to the lair. Hey, did you remember to pack a lunch? Because I mean, we're gonna be a while getting the splinter or getting out to the shredder. To cut back to the shredder. All right, now what's going on here? To cut back to the turtles. Hey, there's gas in the truck, right? Okay. To cut back to shredder. All right, so let's fuck some shit up. To cut back to the turtles. Hey, we're driving now.
Oh, the plot is awful.
That's how this show.
Goddamn awful.
That's how the show is gone. So, hey, I need to get a staff. Cut. Hey, look, I got a staff.
And immediately
That's how
after
it's been
that,
the entire fucking show.
after that, Venus is like, I sense a disturbance in the Force.
Kind of.
Schwartz.
They do make fun of that. They do make fun of that. But since she's
Obi-Wan Shinobi.
Yeah, they do make fun of it, but like I said, in the world of Power Rangers, there's good magic and there's bad magic, evil and good. That's it. There's no middle ground. There's no fucking mid users. There's good guys and bad guys.
Right.
And because of that, when you look at this, like there's a problem.
Shane got broken.
Yeah, I know. He's still laughing over that
Call
dumb
for
joke.
the man.
Man, your Schwartz is as big as mine. He said it, man.
I heard him, but the fact that she could feel something like that makes a lot of sense because we've seen it before. Zed said it.
Yeah.
When Zordon very first fucking disappeared off the planet, the first thing he said was, there's a disturbance he says there's something wrong with the morphing grid. See, the morphing grid is a power of good and evil, not one or the other, and we maintain its balance through our conflict. He said that in Power Rangers. So when one side is winning or the other side is winning or one side does an evil deed, the other side can feel that. And since she very much is tied into that same force, that magical force,
she's mystic.
Since something just happened, she did sense it. That makes perfect sense for her.
She's mystical.
It's just like in the Force, when the dark side starts winning and they say, there's something wrong, I feel death or something like that.
I sense a disturbance in the Force.
She's tied into that same mystical force.
Died at once.
Speaking of which, after she explains some stuff, Mikey just asks Venus to give him a hand job.
What did he say?
The way he was sitting and talking like that, it's like, you want her to give you a hand job.
Dude, I've seen weird shit in this series since, because they're trying to push the idea that the brothers want to hook up with her.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but I had to ask a very disgusting question. I had to do it because I couldn't avoid it because they keep bringing it up. I said to myself, they're not related. Okay?
Yeah, they're not.
Now,
really-
I don't know the sexual orientations and fucking things of a turtle, okay? But I do know the ideas of a human. And if I was a 17-year-old male that had done nothing but jerk my gigantic fucking turtle pud my whole life, and all of a sudden there was a turtle chick, because they haven't even had April, okay? There's been zero fucking release besides circle jerks when Master Splinter isn't paying attention. At 17 years old,
watching the mating habits of a turtle on the Discovery Channel.
They were doing that too. They were watching the mating habits of a turtle on the Discovery Channel
while eating popcorn.
So look, what I'm trying to tell you is that at 17 fucking years old, when you've never had anything but your brother's hand, you're so goddamn pent up that when this chick shows up, I can't help but wonder, because I'm sorry, girls and guys, the girls might deny it from time to time, but they're a lot more social about it now than they've been in the past, especially in my life. Like, you go on Twitter and you see all kinds of girls that are begging for that attention, because when your sex drive starts to kick in and you're a teenager, puberty is a motherfucker.
Yep.
And these fucking turtles, there's something really crazy, creepy, and possibly scary hentai that is happening with one girl that all of a sudden lives with 4 turtles, and that girl and those 4 turtles are all 17.
There's
And
a video on the internet. It's called Pizza Time or Turtle, something like that, like Pizza Power or something. It's I don't recommend viewing it unless you're
just saying,
crazy. But yeah,
it was because they keep making sexual advances towards her.
And immediately after this, we get the Dragon Lord talking about how he wants things messy.
Yeah, they constantly
This
make...
is
he
supposed to be a kid's show, right?
Yeah, well, but he
They
also
already talked
refers to
about booty
himself-
calls.
Yeah.
And the fucking turtles say the word hell, not shell. I heard the word hell
hell.
twice.
Yeah,
And this is supposed
because
to be a
they
kid's
knew
show.
it would get by the censors.
Yeah, because they said shell so many times that when I heard him say it, I was like, no, I misheard that. So I rewound the motherfucker and heard him say, what the hell? Hell. H. There was no S, damn it. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus not to mention the fact that they're also making other jokes too, like Dumbass is trying to call himself the Thunder Lizard. I'm sorry, sir, Godzilla, you are not.
Shane is morbidly disturbed now that he knows about fucking teenage antic porno turtles.
Yeah.
You have fried what brain cells I had.
That's why I told you, motherfuckers, don't do this in 1 or 2 days. I watched 3 episodes on Tuesday.
dude.
I watched 4 episodes on Wednesday because I burnt the fuck out of my fingers, if you could see, making goddamn dinner because I was a fucking dumbass and grabbed a hold of the damn pan not thinking, and it was like, huh, my fingers are on fire.
So we got Venus and Donnie working on airplanes that has chi in them, which apparently chi is aka Doom Guy powers. It's whatever the plot calls for.
No, it's just like Rita. It's magic. Sure,
Yeah.
she's calling it chi, but she was trained in shinobi magic. Oh, and more credence to the idea that this does tie into Power Rangers. When the Rangers lost their powers, what did they do? When the first time the Rangers ever truly lost their powers, when the powers were destroyed, what did they do?
Ninja magic.
They went to get ninja magic.
Ninja.
Ninja magic is a thing.
Wait, are we counting the movie or the ninja?
Either. Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Their powers were gone. They went to get ninja magic. Ninja magic is shinobi. Shinobi is what she was trained in.
Right.
She is trained in the magic of ninja powers.
So regardless of whether they took a 40-day teleport with cheese sandwiches, to talk to Whistle Stick bitch who lives from Shore to Stonehenge, and that's fucking it, or
But she knows the power is over there. You just go over there. And now that you're out of cheese sandwiches, you can either believe her or, I'm an owl.
So how am I supposed to get there?
I'm an owl.
Well, you need to go. Bye.
And don't forget to suck the dew from the leaves.
Because you gotta get that water.
I'm so thirsty.
So you can either do that shit.
Watch out for guy with ball cap. He's
Guy with ball cap is roaming around the forest because he lives Stonehenge to power. There's a thirsty motherfucker too. There ain't no water.
I can't get to the ocean. That ain't my territory.
Sucks the dew off the leaves in the morning to survive. And he's picked every fucking creature bone clean.
Why do you think they fought a bone monster?
He's so hungry.
Can we talk about that instead? I'm actually laughing. You see, life has come back.
Yeah, I know.
But now no, he's gonna start. And now.
So yes, it makes sense that she could just do magic things because Rita and Ninjor just do magic things.
Yeah.
Ninjor had the most
This universe does make sense in this awful context. Zordon just does things.
I was going to say, speaking of awful, the Dragon Lord appears and more or less pulls Venus out from the sewer into the streets. With
like
the staff.
Using the chi that because basically she's using the chi to control the fucking planes. Yeah. So he says,
they
well,
grab
let me use
the
the planes to control the chi to fucking control
She
you.
can he redirects that magic onto her.
And yanks her out. In which case, the turtles slowly follow because
they went and got lunch.
They went to the Chinese restaurant and came walking out while still eating. It's like
they said, "Fuck her," and they went and got Chinese food and then walked out into the street eating their lunch and being like,
"Oh hey
guys, we made a stop because we're literally not fucking concerned at all."
Plus, we know you're going to monologue a while, so
yeah, you're going to be evil villain monologuing. We'll we got time for lunch.
Yeah. And this is where we get Leo teabagging somebody, along with the secondary booty call.
He did that shit. I think it was supposed to be a very different move, but he jumps off of a box and puts his turtle balls right in the face of that dragon man and then rides him to the floor. Bow! And then takes him to the ground. And I was like, Leonardo just teabagged a motherfucker. Uh-huh. I was very surprised. Yeah. I was like, if I'd have been the director, I'd have been like, all right, maybe we need to redo that part right there. And they'd be like, oh no, I just fucking kicked. No, you didn't kick him. No. That was not what just fucking took place.
In professional wrestling, we call that a Lou Thez press. He just did it to the guy's face instead.
So we're gonna do a retake. We're gonna do a retake. Balls out of his
we're not gonna do the fucking Leonardo turtle balls attack. It's highly fucking inappropriate.
After that episode, that's why they fucking.
And I swear to you, the fucking guys that were supposed to be supervising this, the censors, probably sat through the first pilot, and then as each one of these came up, they were like, "Sure, whatever, send it."
Oh, they're fucking like, "We got to censor this." Yeah, hey, did you censor that?
Yeah, we did.
Yep.
It's done.
I did my job. Don't worry.
It's done. Whatever. Send it. So fucking print.
Couldn't pay me enough.
Well, Shane, we're on to the next episode. What's the next episode?
Actually, we're not there yet because
Dragon
Lord has to
gives
zap
the staff back. Yeah,
he zaps Venus, and the turtles are just watching.
Yeah.
Ralph doesn't throw aside to break the staff or anything. No, they just watch.
Yeah, they just watch her get fucking... Literally, this is motherfucking Luke Skywalker, not with all the buildup, but this is fucking Luke Skywalker getting zapped by the Emperor while 4 people that could do something go, damn, that looks like it hurts.
God, that sucks.
And then she teleports them back to base.
Must suck to fucking fight the dark side of the douche.
Yeah.
I need to contemplate on whether or not I'm going to save him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bad guy, but if I save him, does that make me a good guy? Ooh, I've got questions. I'll answer. Keep doing what you're doing.
Here's another question. You have a powerful staff that can really damage Venus, and yet you got...
Which seems to be the only thing that's really stopping him from winning.
And once he gets slightly defeated, he throws it back to the past.
No, he just gives it back to that old dude. He's like, take your shit back. It didn't fucking work. This is Dragon Ball Z logic. I tried once and it didn't work.
It kind of did work, though.
It's the ocean dub
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
We do it one time. If it doesn't fucking work, we never do it again. 4 arms? Nope, didn't work. I couldn't beat up Goku. Never mind that it was incredibly fucking versatile, and I could do duo tri-beams, but nope, didn't work the first time. I'm done.
Let me do my multi-form technique. That way then I could fight like 8 guys at once.
Nope, my power split.
Nope,
my power splits. I suck. Nope.
Yep, it fucked up once. Never doing it
Let
again.
me do fucking extendy crazy arms thing. Nope, got punched in the face. I'm done with that.
Why do you think that they made fun of it?
And then fucking not only that, but Piccolo has the ability to change his body size to anything he wants. Case in point. Look at Dende. How old is motherfucking Dende? He's a young kid, right? Makes a lot of sense. Little kid. Do you know that Dende is as old, if not a little older than Piccolo?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Piccolo has been body changing his size his whole fucking life and lying about his age.
Yep.
Shane, Lord Slug. Big Namek.
But we're never going to use that move because it didn't work the one time we tried it in the Tenkaichi Budokai.
Yep.
No, double that.
Right.
So, yeah, now we're on to the next episode.
So we're never using that staff because it didn't work perfectly time 1.
Yeah.
Episode 7, Silver and Gold.
Oh, this shit.
Okay, so we could skip over this entire episode. Future Scott, play Monkey Man by Real Big Fish, Zoot Suit Riot by Cherry Poppin' Dandies,
Oh my
Money
God.
by Pink Floyd, and the Get Smart theme. That'll cover this entire episode.
Good.
Next!
Good.
Where the hell did the fucking Dick Tracy costume villains fucking come from?
When this set came out on DVD originally, and I bought it, this is the episode where I'm like, done.
There's a monkey man.
This is where,
No explanation whatsoever.
Ape.
He's the last of
Ape.
his kind.
yeah, from the
Ape from the
Himalayas.
Himalayas, yeah.
Which, here's my best guess. It has to tie back into Rita.
Bigfoot.
Rita originally controlled the planet. That's part of the story, is she had won. She took over Earth 10,000 years ago. That means she had generals. She must have created a swarm of monsters. One monster got sealed in a mirror. Another monster interbred throughout the course of history and slowly extinct, and he's the last fucking one.
And this is the episode where Raphael says, no, not Raphael, it's Leo that says, we're ninja, not Power Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
But that means they do know
Yep.
because the Rangers are here, and all the magic and all the monsters and things like that, they're only so surprised. Because a lot of these enemies are seeing the turtles, and they're not nearly reacting the same way as they used to, because now monsters are a thing.
Yep.
Monsters. It happens. Every week, to be precise.
No. Which is probably the reason why they could drive around on a motorcycle in a fucking Humvee in the middle of New York City.
How often
the city
does
that
Raphael
never
lose
fucking
his muffler?
sleeps. Every fucking time, because just like, it's morphin' time! Tyrannosaurus!
Yeah, it's all stock footage.
It's all stock. They did it once.
Yeah, but that's just it.
Because there's an
No,
episode
it-
later
yeah, but
where
that's-
Donatello disappears,
in this
and you
one-
can see him fucking riding on the
In
Humvee.
this
But
one,
that
we
is
don't-
why
we don't have
this is-
recycled the one
that's
here
why
because
this
they
is-
both come out at the same time this time. So it's not just separate. They both come out at the same time. It's like, oh look, it's not recycled.
But it is. It has to be because that one thing where he loses the muffler every time because it is stock footage.
Yeah.
They filmed this fucking thing once and they said that's all we'll ever need. But
Yeah.
that adds to the idea of just how bad the show is because if I was fucking filming it and that he had driven out and lost that muffler, I'd be like, hold on, stop. And I'd have fucking fixed it and because it's literally a fucking 6-second scene at most. And I'd have said, I'm going to need to get that again. All it would have taken was for the director to say, because somebody was in charge of directing stock footage.
Yep.
They got the turtles driving in the daytime, turtles driving at nighttime, the turtles pulling in, the turtles pulling out, a couple fashion shots. That's fine.
Yeah.
But then the same fucking director, the muffler fell off, and he's like, add a fucking noise effect. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
He couldn't be bothered to redo a 6-second scene.
Yeah.
Now,
Which is literally get on the bike and drive for like 2 seconds.
I'm going to bring up
And
something.
like I said,
that-
there's Donnie gets kidnapped later. Donnie's on the same fucking Humvee.
This has come up on multiple Turtle series and movies. How they're ninja, they're supposed to stay in the shadows, how they're not supposed to be seen. We got Mikey running across the street after some guy looking at a bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. As he
Nice,
also
nice
gets-
stealthy way there, Mikey.
But that's because they were not trained as ninjas.
Yeah.
They were trained in ninjutsu, but there's very much, this is different. History has changed and they were not trained the same. And in fact, Raphael doesn't even agree with the Foundation at all. He's told in the first episode, you are meant to be one with the night, be silent, be deadly, be warrior, be shadow. And he's like, for what? Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Whereas
They don't
before,
care.
Yeah, whereas before in the first movie, Raph gets pissed and damn near kills everybody because I lost his sight.
Yeah, he was the one that fucked up and didn't follow that foundation, and it nearly broke him as a person. But now, he's the first guy to be like, I really don't give a shit. So the foundation of all this has changed. Like, Mikey running across the street like an idiot, it makes sense because they were never trained that way.
No. Just like, come on, guys, we gotta sneak in. Shh! You're shushing too loud. Well, shh!
Oh my God.
Shh! As they sneak!
And the mobster's dialogue. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, I was kind of done with this episode.
Did you like this Monkey Man, Shane?
Oh, this is where I tuned out.
But Shane,
No.
mustard bananas.
Nope. Listen, man, when I saw this monkey dude, I looked.
But-
I heard him talk. I'm like, nope.
But Shane, don't you know?
Oh, when you
all
heard him
the
talk?
gold in
That's
New
where I
York's-
broke.
Yeah,
No,
but
man. I was already broke. I was already a broken man.
By the way,
Shane.
if you look at the salad that was being made at the very start of this, it is salad, croutons, onions, bananas, mustard.
yep.
That is what Michelangelo was eating.
See, to me, that would be okay for a salad until he threw in the mustard.
Banana salad?
You could throw in some bananas.
Yeah, you can put fruit in a
Yeah.
salad. Depending on what
I
kind
mean,
of
if
dre-
it's just
depending on what
if
kind of
it's
dressing
just
you're using.
lettuce-
Oh, and whipped cream. I'm sorry, there was also
Now
that.
you're ruining it.
now
Now
it gets
you
weird.
ruined it.
Now it gets
Yeah.
weird.
which I was about to say that one myself.
I don't like whipped cream.
I'm gonna have chocolate
What?
ice cream fries.
I've never.
I'm gonna have chocolate ice cream fries in front of you.
If you do that,
I'm gonna do it.
if you do that right
I'm
now,
gonna do it.
If you do
Don't
that,
never find your
hold
body.
on. No. If you do that, I need you to go to Five Guys and get the Cajun fries because that'll make it a hell of a lot better.
Plus, get a
Then I'm
bunch
gonna
of
get
Cool Whip.
some ranch for the fries when I run out of fucking.
Get Cool Whip along with
chocolate.
the ready cream.
Actually, put
See what
ranch
that's like?
on the chocolate and then
See
do
what
the
that's
fries.
like? We definitely like different things. Because banana salad, I can't even fucking
if you put
imagine.
like a raspberry vinaigrette
Okay,
dressing, it's fine.
let me put it to you this way: one of the worst things I've ever eaten
We're gonna
in my
eat.
entire
We're gonna
life.
eat here. We're gonna eat shortly.
Thank
Shortly after
God, I'm
Michelle
fucking
gets
dying
home.
over here.
Shortly after Michelle gets home, we're gonna eat, and I want to go somewhere with a banana salad, and I want you to order it. I'm dead fucking serious.
I don't know where we would find one.
I got something better for him. You can come over to my house, right? I got 2 boxes of mac and cheese left.
I don't like mac and cheese.
Don't care. I'm gonna make up the mac and cheese, and you can have some with me. Because instead of regular milk, I'm gonna use chocolate milk.
No. Shredded lettuce.
'Cause I had to do that once,
Shredded
'cause we're
lettuce,
out of milk.
tomatoes. Shredded lettuce, tomatoes, onions, croutons, bananas, and mustard
Shane,
Well, I never said
With
the mustard.
whipped cream.
with whipped cream.
I don't like
Shane,
whipped cream.
next
Sprinkles.
episode.
Next episode, we are on this too. Ooh. First episode of this two is Meet Dr. Quease.
I don't despise this villain necessarily.
Oh,
Well,
fucking
If
Dr.
you want
Wiley
to refer to
wannabe.
him as a villain or just a bad guy.
I'll say bad guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say bad guy too, because he's not really villainous.
Yeah.
He's one of those, exactly like I made the joke of. He's fucking Dr. Wiley.
Actually, I put him down as a
No,
Baxter
because
Stockman wannabe here.
Wiley's even quote evil. This dude very much is. He's a scientist that wants results, and he is under the same foundation as some other scientists that say
Stockman?
if we no
No?
not Stockman. Stockman's no. Look, what this dude is an actual warning. This guy is a good character trope. He's a warning to society that this dude has done amazing things. But who suffered for him to make those amazing things?
A lot of people.
A lot of people. But does it matter? Now here's where things get really scary. Some of the worst things in human history have led to some of the greatest things in human history.
Yeah.
In fact, some of the things that were expressly outlawed, like back when we started learning, quote, hardcore anatomy, it was illegal to study different things like that. And what these grave robbers would go get bodies and dissect them to learn what the human body did.
Yeah.
And was on the inside, and it was not appropriate or accepted.
I thought some cases, some people do just recently dead bodies for that too.
It happens all the time.
Yes,
there's medical research that's taking place all the time that's against ethics. But if it yields the result,
like in Japan,
John Doe.
Some of the worst,
literally in Japan, a week ago type of thing. A guy in Japan literally got fined thousands of dollars and almost had his science fucking license revoked because he literally did the first gene editing on humans with a set of twins
Yeah, I read.
to make
I
them
read that
immune to all diseases. And they were like, "We didn't okay human testing." He said, "Fuck, you're okay for human testing.
Had results.
Sometimes it's got to happen, and we got good results." And they said, "Well, yeah, you got good results, but you were supposed to clear that with us." It's like, fuck it. Sometimes you just got to do shit.
Now this guy falls into that foundation. He is creating technologies that are questionable, but would be immensely beneficial.
Like having the ability to tap into the internet with your brain.
But ethically, that guy is broken, and he doesn't give a fuck who has to suffer for science to advance.
Yeah.
So while he's not a villain, he is a bad guy.
Although, then again, considering the fact that all of the students who are in the, what is it?
His cult following?
Yeah, literally, they're in a fucking cult room, like cult robes, sitting inside of the
I was confused at what the fuck that was about, too, because they weren't like his followers. They were even questioning his methods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be giving a thing at like a college or school or some
he was
shit.
Giving a lecture at some school as everybody's wearing like
Maybe.
some form of a cult robe.
No. There is a slight. This is incredibly fucking stretched. They could have been from a religious society.
That's true.
They could have literally been like from a religious society, a certain kind of religious school that doesn't necessarily shun the fact that technology exists, but they don't give in to the whole consumerism thing, and they all have a uniform, which is like monk robes. I'm stretching it hard, but these kind of places do exist.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where he was.
Yeah, because he even freaks out. He's like, just be glad I'm even fucking here because I need the damn money.
Yeah, because it wasn't even a place that he would have gone to.
Yeah.
He accepted it because he was given a grant to come talk about shit. So he's a shitty guy.
Yeah.
So the shitty guy gets captured.
Yes.
And they had to go rescue him with a low-tech rescue by way of motorcycle and Hummer.
And at first,
because Donnie goes off on his own.
But at first, giving truth to the whole, he's just a shitty guy. He had zero interest whatsoever in helping a Dragon Man until
he saw all this tech that he can use.
No,
Donatello.
Even the tech didn't really do it. When he was told by Dragon Man, my goal here is to study mutant genetics, and that's his field of research.
And
he
he's
said,
like,
"Oh,
okay.
Now, what about your ethics in this field?" He says, "I don't give a shit what you do. My goal here is that I become a fucking super mutant, and I already know of 5 scary mutants that if we could catch them and you could dissect them, I don't give a fuck what you do with them."
But
and he's
technically they're 6.
He's like, "Oh shit." And then he was excited because he was given the go-ahead to catch and mutilate fucking turtles, which he was going to do. He was going to dissect Donatello.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And it doesn't matter.
Donnie shows up and starts fucking techno-babble, and the guy's like, "Oh, this one's smart. Ooh, okay, here's how we play into this one. I keep his fucking intelligence ego going.
First we capture him,
smart.
then we study him a bit,
Yeah.
but we don't dissect, we just study.
Yep.
Yeah.
But he did.
And then we
He
have
did.
to cut him the fuck up and get
They
to his brain.
skipped it, but he told Donatello he was going to inject nanobots.
Yeah.
So, and then they just skipped to another scene after
So did he
Donatello
do
was
it?
like, Well, Donatello told him, if you fucking do that, it's not going to do anything because there's no way those nanobots can discern my DNA from human DNA, which Donatello's talking shit. There has to be a major fucking legitimate difference in human DNA, and you're a big goddamn turtle.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, mutated turtle.
Basically the same.
Oh, and there's more proof that he did inject those nanobots and get some kind of result, because later he was able to rapid-fire identify their DNA, which means that information had to come from somewhere because he was able to build clones.
So you got some DNA info, which is
So
not enough.
those robots must have been used.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dragon Lord gets captured with a net. Wow.
Yeah. That happens a lot in this show.
Mikey gets cross-eyed in this episode. Big whoop.
Yeah. You gonna make it, Shane?
I'm hungry. This sucks.
Don't worry.
Don't worry, we're getting almost done.
We're on episode 9 now, which should be the next episode.
All in the family.
Yeah, this is where they find the pet turtle.
Hey! The Beetlejuice
Oh,
wannabe.
the pet turtle thing?
Yeah.
Along with the hunter.
Yeah, the hunter, the Beetlejuice wannabe. Which is the only fucking levity that actually made me enjoy this for a
Simon
little bit.
Bonesteel.
Oh my god.
Bonesaw's ready!
Is such a... I put it down as a Craven ripoff, but now it's like, no, Craven's not this bad.
It was almost like they couldn't do fucking Leatherhead, because in our show, in our crappy cartoon show, when we were growing up, Leatherhead was like an Aussie fucking hunter dude.
Yeah.
He even wore the hat.
guarantee.
Yeah. So that's basically what this dude was supposed to be taking the place of.
And then also we got Turtles doing a PSA on how humans stink because of the hunting and stuff that they do.
Was that? I thought that was the next episode this dude was in.
They have a brief thing here,
they
and then...
two PSAs with this dude so far. The first one is in this where, why would there baby turtles in this? Well, because what ends up happening is you get these turtles and you buy them as pets for your kids, and the kids think that they're toys. So the kids end up killing them on accident. So you got to be a better parent to your pets by not killing your pets.
Yeah,
Thank you, PSA.
It was
Moving
very
on.
much a fucking PSA episode where they were like, take care of your shit.
But at least the hunter is fucking psychotic enough and acting like Beetlejuice enough that I was like, yay, something fun. But at the same time, my brain cells were deadened at this point, so
I was going to say
it's more fun.
The mind trick that they do doesn't exactly help the mind numbing that we already have. So,
Dude.
Oh, so I can go? No. Well, but you said you could go.
Oh,
Meaning
my
you
God.
As in you, not you as in me.
Yeah.
What? My brain hurts. Hold on.
Here,
my brain already hurts. I understand
let me hold that
this
for
fully
you.
now.
And now you can go.
Yeah.
Shane, what's going on over there, man?
I am completely dead inside.
Oh, and of course the beginning of this was so
Are
great.
you dead inside?
Hey guys, let's go for
You
a
should
fun
be.
run by getting on the fucking
should
motorcycle and Humvee and driving to the sewer
for their little
so
jog.
we could go for a jog.
And they stopped their jog because they got tired and they started smelling pizza. That they apparently don't like.
Next!
No, it's not that they don't like it. It's that they're not addicted to it. Only the cartoon had them addicted to it. In the movie, they ate pork rinds and tacos
and turtle
Slim
and
Jims
Secret
and
of the Use.
Butterfingers.
No, because even then they
They had
only
a
ate
lot of pizza boxes.
one time. They had a lot of pizza boxes because they were ordering out, but they were also eating donuts and
they ate
and
a lot-
drinking
they ate a lot of
shit and like
Cartoon is primarily where the fucking
yeah,
addiction.
that's where the pizza
from.
came from was the cartoon.
That's the reason why it is that in the second movie, that's why there's all those pizza boxes
Yeah.
on April's counter. They've been living there for months. So they would
Because
still
their
eat other
toilet got
shit.
ransacked.
Yeah, but they would still eat other shit.
I know.
But most other shit you could throw in a garbage can. A pizza box? I don't know about you, but I have a hell of a time putting a pizza box in my garbage can.
They Mikey was even a fan of eating fucking loud pretzel sticks.
Yeah.
I remember.
Technically,
Could you crunch any louder?
That was either he was
It
supposed.
was a candy bar.
He was supposed to have either
Yeah.
been eating a Butterfinger, or it's one of those. There's the fucking like the churro stick candies that they still have.
The
down
fact
at the
of
gas
the fact of
station
the
that's
matter is that
basically like
movie
coconut.
and live action wise, they eat
Yeah.
any fucking thing they can get their hands on.
Yeah.
So, next episode.
Oh yeah, Donnie the idiot. Yeah.
Trusting Dr. Quease.
I'm sorry, I called this one Donnie the Idiot.
Also, the Doctor having a good side, somewhat.
Yeah.
Whatever benefited him.
Yeah, but it was played up. It was played up by the Doctor so he could get more samples and do his experimentation. He's a lot like Bishop. He just wants these fucking turtles now.
Yeah.
And thanks to Donnie and Quease,
yes,
that was his name, Quease,
yeah.
They figured out how to teleport stuff. Congrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were going to use it to put the fucking big bad back in the fucking mirror universe.
Now, what does this have to do with mutation?
This part?
Technically speaking?
Teleporting.
At this point?
Nope, I could tell you part of it.
Teleporting stuff.
I could tell you part of it right now.
Okay.
You're a scientist guy. You have very little moral value whatsoever. Mm-hmm. The only thing you know is what you want and what you need. You have what you want and what you need, but now you answer to a fuck bag.
So you want to teleport the fuck bag away,
you
along with teleporting yourself away from the fuck bag.
If you could get rid of the fuck bag at any time, if you could develop a background, like, look, I need to get these mutants because it's what I want to do. I want to further my own shit, get a grant, become a legitimate scientist, be a motherfucking scientific hero.
But I also want to get rid of this douchebag.
But I also need to get rid of this Dragon Man at some point, so I need to have the possibility that once he's served his purpose and done what he could do for me, I need to get rid of him. And that's part of what this episode was.
Yeah. Until Donnie, instead of saying, hey, let's just get rid of his ass now, and then we can all just back and forth fight, instead Donnie comes up and goes, hey, this is the only weapon we can use to get rid of the bad guy. No more weapon to get rid of bad guy. Because you used me. I'm sorry. I got used. Well, fuck it. I don't like you anymore. Leave the weapon.
You're talking about when he, weakly swings that fucking chair at that machine?
Yes. No, I think that one was the second time.
That's the 13th episode.
Yeah, that's episode 13. This one, he fucking grabs the disc up, grabs the dude's fucking CD-ROM with the fucking...
The technology stuff that he was planning.
No, it's an Alanis Morissette CD. It's got the engravings on it. Because they're in Canada. So he grabs up the Alanis Morissette CD and fucking walks away.
No! Jagged little pill!
Yeah, he's like, none more for you! And he takes the CD and a book and he fucking walks out the door and he's like, you can't do this. Which, by the way, anybody who's an actual fucking scientist would know that science can be replicated!
And backed up.
Well, no, because the guy even said, this is my only copy. Doesn't matter. There's another copy up here. Mm-hmm. Which all he's got to do is work backward.
But that's not true anymore. No, it's not true anymore. We have entered an age of scientific discovery and advancement that is incredibly fucking dangerous. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no, he's right.
You really don't understand. If something happened tomorrow that destroyed our computer systems, that shut us down, we cannot rebuild from this point. We can't do it. It is literally not fucking possible. Because even the simplest little thing, like your cell phone, this thing right here, do you know how many scientists it actually takes and engineers to make this one phone?
A dozen?
Here's the truth of it. The sum of human knowledge is this desk. You have a literal master's degree in the field of something as simple as fucking... Okay, even doctors. You are not a doctor that knows everything. You are a doctor that knows feet. You take up this much of the board. That's it. That's the sum of your knowledge. This is human knowledge. If something happened tomorrow, one man can't build this again by himself. If you had all the parts, yes, maybe one man could assemble it. But one man can't make that microchip, program the board, to create the operating system. He can't do this again. Mm-hmm. It takes a group of people to keep us on the technological curve that we're on, all working together in perfect unison. And even then, it still takes notes of the previous discoveries to make that happen. So if you remove the information, my shit.
Yeah, that's the reason why actual, like, technological geniuses like fucking Elon Musk and that, they not only have the big fucking companies to, like, make their shit, several of the floors of their big companies are offline storage devices to hold on to blueprints and documents and other sorts of shit.
And if
because they know that
if that
the internet
tower
drops, you're fucked.
But if that tower got bombed,
right,
and that genius guy was the only guy that had it, he doesn't know it. I don't give a fuck how smart he is. He doesn't fucking know it. You can't put him in a warehouse by himself and tell him, make that from scratch. Make it.
Yeah,
he can't do it.
I need a new S8 stat. My screen broke.
We have actually hit a level of technological superiority now that if something happened that was extremely detrimental, that cost us a sum of human knowledge, we could literally see a dark ages of technology. And believe it or not, we may be approaching a technological slowdown of immense proportions very soon because the world may very soon need to focus on something else.
Yep.
We're not going to get into that shit here, but we are approaching certain foundations right now within the next 50 years that could really put a damper on all technological advancement.
Next episode.
Yep.
Beep, 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 beep.
Episode
Episode
11.
The car alarm fucking
Windfall.
The Return of the fucking Ape.
Silver steals a flask and tries to steal a lotto ticket.
Woo!
Oh,
And then Mikey
He
gets.
does steal a winning lotto ticket.
Then Mikey gets it, and then the ape gets it again, and then the.
And they don't respect Splinter the same way. He tries to tell them.
And this is where it comes up really badly. It's like,
They were like, guys, Splinter literally tells them straight to their faces, he's like, what exactly do you think you could do with millions of dollars? How would you spend it?
What
How would you
do
collect it?
with human money you cannot collect? Fuck you. We're going to go spend the money.
Now, at least the Monkey Man has human people that can go cash it in.
Yeah.
There is no April here.
now this is where
There is no Casey.
This episode is where it really sinks in that it's no longer father-son because of the lottery ticket was going to, like, what was a 90-year-old man or something like that? And then
60 or 70.
Yeah, he's younger
just
than that.
an
He's
old-
like,
And
he's
Mikey
like
goes
50
on,
something,
like-
maybe 60.
what's the old man going to do with it? And they're like, oh.
Well, it's not. This is really going to sound shitty, but they didn't necessarily have an illegitimate argument. Listen, let's be honest here. If you're fucking 69, 68, 67, 72, and you then win the lotto, sure, it's great. But what are you going to do?
You're going to enjoy as much as you can out of it, but
What?
I mean, the guy who wins it could end up dying next week or next month.
But that's just it. That's the argument.
Yeah.
Look, this is going to sound really shitty, but I've been trying to purposely challenge myself with mass ethical debate and kind of restructure myself into what I was 10, 15 years ago. And it's been a hard grind, but asking some of these questions is important because you need to know where you stand in the ethical scale of who you are as a person. But realistically, as that old man, and he's 72 years old or whatever, and you give him that money, he can secure the foundation for his children, maybe.
If
Or
he
his
has any.
grandchildren.
But
if
then
he has
I
them.
would make an argument that if he secures the foundation of his children, you may inadvertently create another fucking Paris Hilton that never had to do shit for her money.
I can think of other douchebags.
Oh, there's a lot of them
Hilton,
now.
but yeah,
There's a lot of them now
of them
because
now.
that's a foundation in America that's very popular. Is shitty fucking people that never earned a goddamn thing for themselves being able to do anything they want at any time because they were given that opportunity.
In fact, there's a giant fight in court right now going on because of that shit.
But however, you could take the same ticket and give it to somebody like the Turtles, and they could raise themselves out of the sewers. Now, I don't know how they would get the thing cashed or whatever, but look, realistically,
The blind man.
they have an idea. Yeah, the blind man.
Yeah.
Okay, since they have a foundational idea they could take half that money and put it into the police force. They do care about justice.
Yeah.
They may not be the same turtles, but they do give a shit.
Yeah.
Some of that money will go to some organizations and whatnot and make a little things better.
Mike
And
even goes, I'm going to put like a quarter of it into like a wildlife foundation for saving endangered animals. Well, maybe like 15%. Okay, 10.
But look,
right, fine.
yeah, but there is an argument to be made here. Listen, what do you think? Because this is gonna bum you out a little bit. But what do you think the future for the turtles is?
Same as everybody else.
No, it's not.
Death.
No, it's going to be worse for them.
True.
When their master finally gets old enough to be sick and fucking die, do you know what your options are? And I wish this on nobody, but just for argument purposes, your relative gets sick. You had a hospital. You had some kind of option. Whether it worked or it didn't, there was a gleam of hope somewhere in your life. When the turtles get sick, they're fucking dead. Mm-hmm. There is no foundation in place in modern society for monster people.
Yeah. In fact, when going back to the pilot, when Splinter gets trapped in there, they're like, "Oh man, Splinter doesn't seem like he's getting too well. Well, I'll go get a doctor." Well, don't you mean a veterinarian? I'll get a doctor and a veterinarian.
But he said, I would abduct.
Yeah.
They have no options. None. They are monsters living in man's society with no rights at all. Proven by the scientific community, the only representative that we see that wants to dissect them. And you'll be damned fool. You'll be a damn fool if you think that they could respectively say, "Hey, by the way, society, we're over here," and you'd be a damn idiot to believe that hundreds of millions of thousands of people would not either crucify them as monsters or come for them in their sleep to figure out what they are, how they are, why they are, and how to do it again.
And then, of course, there's the third option, which is, of course, the people would show up and turn them into a cult.
So they have two options as they age without money. One, finally become too weak and too sick to go find food and fucking starve to death in a sewer. Or two, once they reach a certain point, off themselves. This is the truth of their future. Mm-hmm. They don't have any possible move on after sickness finally hits them. And be damn well and sure, sickness will hit them. They live in the sewer.
The fact that because the mutation did give them a longer lifespan, rats only have what? Jesus.
Yeah, rats don't have
6, 7 years.
6, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, they don't live very long.
Splinter, because of the mutation, could probably live to be 60, 70.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It depends on what age Splinter was before the mutation.
It's also arguable as to how much human DNA got incorporated through that mutagen into their system, because they might still age like dogs. We don't know this for sure, but the turtles could actually be 38 or 42.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. We do not know how they age.
Hell, technically, the mutagen still could have been like 2 or 3 years ago.
But turtles have massive longevity. Maybe they're only 12.
Yeah.
By the standards of what they are, even with human DNA.
Tortoises can live to be 100.
Yeah.
Easily.
So maybe they live 60 years.
Yeah.
But that rat could be dead in the next 4 years. And when he finally does get sick and starts to die, the only thing they can do is watch him die or fucking kill him.
That's the sad truth. They're turtles.
They don't have a foundation moving forward. But with money, and this is sick, but with money, they could.
Yeah.
They could help to build certain areas of society through money influence,
it all comes down,
where they could build law enforcement things and do certain things, and then behind the scenes, because money talks, and this is disgusting, but it's true, behind the scenes they could make friends in the medical community, and they could sell off portions of their DNA and secrets to get certain rewards, like, hey, I'm sick, I need a vet. Mm-hmm. And this is disgusting, but it's a true argument.
I'll give
you
$1 million.
It does come down to
and a
one
little
big
bit
fact.
of blood and
but
some
at the same
skin off
time,
my finger.
At the same time, that old man who rightfully owns that ticket,
yes,
now has it in his hands to do better for himself for whatever time he has left. Yep. But he doesn't get to do anything like we would do. If you won the fucking lottery today, you could do 1 million things. You could better your life through education.
Yeah.
He can't. I'm sorry, he can't. He's fucking 60-something. It's never too late to learn, but it is too late to be fucking 68 years old and think that even after you got a master's degree, which would happen around the time that you're like fucking 81 or some shit like that, and then that you would get a job. You won't. You fucking won't. You're too goddamn old.
Yeah.
Now, he could set a foundation for his kids and make them better people, but I already made the argument of what else that could lead to, too.
Yeah. Whereas for the rest of us, especially like you and me, Shane, I already know exactly what it would be. Okay, I'm going to take the money, I'm going to buy a fucking house, because I'm tired of this fucking renting apartments and fucking douchebags owning them.
I already know what I would do if I won the lottery.
And then after that,
well, it depends. How much did I win? Give me a number. I need a number.
Assume it's the same amount as the turtles.
Let's just say...
What did they win?
It's like $125 million?
$125 million.
Yeah.
Sure, what the fuck ever. It's yours.
So you won the regular Illinois lotto, because that sounds about right for a regular state lotto.
$125 million. I walk into Caterpillar and be like, bye. Done with you. No, I'm done.
But that, okay, well, the $125 million, you could set $1 million aside and buy medical insurance the rest of your life.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
go for
Yes.
it.
Done with that shit.
Technically, you'd have to set aside $2 million, because you're going to need life insurance, but then you're also going to need money for taxes. But
I don't need life insurance.
Yeah.
Life insurance covers my funeral when I die. I don't need that. I have $125 million, and I will make sure that it's written in my will that goes to somebody.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, I need surgery. How much is my surgery going to cost you? Oh, it's going to cost you about $50,000. Oh, I don't care.
$50,000 is okay, but it won't cost $1 million. It won't cost $1 million.
Right.
No.
It'll be somewhere in the hundreds.
But with medical insurance, part of that is covered. You set $1 million to the side, pay for medical insurance for the rest of your life.
Now, here's the thing. For me, I'm different though, because like after I'm done, retired at 30 years old.
Yes.
My first thing would do is I would help my parents.
Okay.
I would get them out of debt, pay all their bills off. They're done.
Nice.
Now I would help my dad get the surgery he needs for his knee. Well, actually, he doesn't need
so that he can go do his retirement.
Yeah, I would give my dad money so he could retire early. So he could go and do his golfing, his fishing that he likes to do. He can do that every fucking day.
That's fine.
Right. Yeah, no, I do about the same shit, yeah.
Then I would come over here and rub my money in your face before giving you something.
That I believe.
From Shane, yes.
It's so sad, but I 100% believe it.
Yeah, I could see him. He'd be walking up, he'd be like, oh, look at all my money,
I would walk in
Here's
here,
$1,000.
I would walk in this room, and I would look around like, it's all mine. There you go. It's mine. I own this room.
Own this room.
You just take care of my shit.
You get to keep it here, but this is my room. So if I feel like coming over at 2 in the morning, you better have a motherfucking key ready for me, because I'm going to come in and look at my stuff.
I build a staircase for this window. So you have to literally walk up to the window and fucking unlock it and slide it open. This is dumb. Like, that's what you wanted, bitch. I'm in my room.
This is my room. This is my stuff.
And I would remove this door, too. First time you'd ever come up through this window, you'd be like, what the fuck? Because that'd just be a wall now.
Well, now you're inconveniencing my fat ass. Thanks.
Technically, there's still the recording room.
And it's still the recording room.
Seth looks at that window and he's like, you fuck.
Because I'd use the money and I'd build a second wing over there and make it a recording room.
Fair enough, okay.
See, that's what I would do. I would help out my friends, my family, because I have plenty of money.
Right.
That's what I want.
Right, no, I do about the same. The only difference is I wouldn't quit my job. Well, okay, I would quit my job, but I would find a different job, something I could work like 1 or 2 days a week just to get me the fuck out the house.
But like Bill said, I'm 30.
Right.
Still very young.
Yeah, that's
still
way
very young.
You can go travel to Japan and do all the things.
Yeah, you can go.
I mean, if he travels to Japan, he can go see it.
Yeah.
He's not going to skydive. He's not going to better his life through education.
Well, he might have to skydive depending on what plane he gets into, but that's a different story.
Well, I'm just saying. There comes a point when winning the lottery doesn't actually do anything for you. It sets up the people after you, and then very much so, you can ruin a person by doing that, because if you pay their way through life, they could very well become these questionable fucking people.
Knowing what I know now. No, if I had a kid, I would not. No. Life doesn't work that way.
Right.
So you say that now, but you don't know. Some people change when they have kids. I'll never spoil my kid. I'll never beat my kid's ass. I'll never do this. I'll never do that. Fucking Yelling, screaming, spoiled children because given too much shit and not enough discipline.
No, I because of how it is nowadays, different from how I grew up. When I grew up, if I did something wrong, it was called a belt.
You're getting
You
ass
had a
weapon.
belt? I had a wooden
Yeah.
spoon.
It's an
And
ass
my- and
weapon
my-
for
and
being
my
I had a
late.
staircase.
I got a Switch once. And not a Nintendo Switch. I mean, I had to go get a branch off of a tree.
Go get me something to beat you with.
Yes.
My grandpa made my mom do it.
My grandfather made me do it.
That was a fucking
He was
thing.
like, I can make you go get a Switch. I said, what's that? He said, go get me a branch off the tree.
My mom,
And don't bring me back something
my
small,
mom, my
'cause
mom
I'm
and
gonna
uncle,
get it myself.
My mom and uncle, my grandpa said, go out there and get a Switch. And he's like, they're like, I don't want to do that. He's like, then I will go do it, and you don't want me to go get one.
Because by the time I get back, I'll be plenty pissed that I had to do it.
Yes.
So you better.
And by the time you're coming back, you're literally swinging it around, cutting the air, going.
I think my
You're
mom.
like, I don't want to be bad anymore. I'm sorry.
I think my mom even went out there to pick the smallest Switch she could find. 'Cause my
Oh,
grandpa
you
was
don't
going to
do
pick
that.
a big one.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
my grandpa could have been. My grandpa was kind of a dick.
But this episode does play into certain
Yes, it
foundations,
does.
Right.
and it makes a lot of sense. The monkey wants it, of course he wants it.
Right.
Wants
The
money.
turtles
Wants
want
money,
it, and their argument is valid. Their lives are a guaranteed gutter syndrome. It will never get better for them. It doesn't fucking matter what happens. It will never get better for them.
And it's going to. And to be honest with you, depending on
And
how
it will
happens,
end badly.
it's going to end badly for one of them, worse than any of the others. Think about it. Splinter dies. The 4 turtles could bury him somewhere at nighttime. You could do it.
One of them is just going to be dead in a sewer somewhere to be found by a worker
Let's
someday.
say Raph dies next because of how reckless he is.
Right.
Now, Donnie being the smart one, you would assume.
This was Shitting on Your Childhood by William Bush.
Yes.
Yes.
Actually,
One
Mikey,
Mikey or Donnie, I believe, will be the last 2 to die.
you're thinking Leo?
Leo, because of how he is battle-hardened, old Leo would sacrifice himself for his brothers.
Right.
Yes, yeah. Easily so. I see that easily.
Him and Raph would be the first dead.
Right.
Raph would go out swinging.
Yes, he
Yes.
would.
He would go out swinging because he'd have something to prove.
Yeah.
And sadly, that would be...
Yeah.
But that's if they ever get taken out by an enemy. The saddest thing for them is the fact that they live in a sewer,
And-
they could eat something that fucking kills
And
one of them.
whoever's the last one left after burying his brothers, his father, who's burying you?
Nobody.
You can't bury yourself.
Fucking no one.
You're gonna die in the sewer, and somebody's gonna be down there going.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I could set up a Rube Goldberg machine where I could literally bury myself alive.
I mean, you got a Casey, you got a Casey and an April in certain continuities that could
Right.
maybe see to your cremation or something.
Yes,
But
Right.
leave no evidence.
but even still, that's still the truth of the matter that you are going to die sick in a sewer. Mm-hmm. It's not going to be up top.
So it doesn't. So it makes sense that Mikey wants a penthouse.
Yeah. And
What-
you know what? Here's the truth. With money, they could leave America because we already know that she could fucking teleport. She has to be
Yeah.
able to. And she could teleport them and they could go to an unutilized area in Japan, in the hills. And they could just build a small foundation to live out their life in the sunshine. And they could have items and things flown in that they could disguise as building a bunker, a security where they could stock foods and things like that.
They could even have like an underground area if they want to keep their underground.
That's
things
true.
going.
That's a true
So-
thing. They could have anything they want to build it. They could just hire a fucking guy, an architect, and say, this is kind of what we're looking for. And he never has to see their faces. He just has to receive a paycheck that says, fucking $10 million.
It does suck. It really does suck for them because, unlike us, man, if I saw 4 walking, talking turtles, I'm like, oh my god, that is so amazing. You guys want to hang out? I'd be your friend. I'd be your friend. I know. I grew up with you guys.
Right.
But the normal fucking person would be like, oh my god, get the fuck away from me. What are you? You're a freak. You're a monster. Get the fuck out. Die.
Well, in the continuities that they normally exist in, too, they're monsters because the comic book industry... Look, we know about the turtles. We grew up with them. But the people in the universes where they are, no. And in their universe, it's even worse now because of Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rita Repulsa is making monsters look bad.
They would immediately be viewed as monsters, not mutants, and they would probably be killed on sight if they were ever seen by anybody anywhere.
Yep.
Next episode.
The next episode is episode 12, Turtles Night Out. This is where Mikey does a podcast.
He's a DJ radio guy.
Pirate
It's
radio.
pirate radio. Yeah. It's actually highly
This
illegal.
is the episode I've been waiting for because now I can finally.
Because somebody who sounds like Mikey from the 80s cartoon calls in to talk to Mikey.
We saw bad acting.
Yeah.
This entire thing. This I have to believe this
I
is
like
the
that
worst.
Mikey has been getting pizza from some douchebag that's so fucking stuck on himself he won't even turn around and look at his customers.
Yep.
He's
Right.
like, leave money on the counter.
Yep.
Oh, and there's also the dumb anti-drug PSA at the beginning as well. Because the last one with Mikey in it was a real hoot.
Not only that, but this has that gang. Oh, that rough and tough.
The
bad
Unknownables.
Oh my god, their acting is.
A.K.A. a horrible ripoff of Clockwork Orange.
You know,
Yep.
it blows my mind, and I realize that, no, I don't get it. There's certain things in this that confuse me. Like, okay, they had the Shredder.
Yeah.
They had the foot. Even if it was awful, they had it. But,
Yeah.
like, were they not allowed to build on certain turtle foundations? Like, is there a reason that the dragon couldn't have been...
The weird thing is when I saw these punks show up and start spray painting something with purple, I was
Purple
like,
dragons.
Purple dragons.
Why not? At least it would have... Even if it would have been bad, it would have tied back.
yeah.
Right.
And then they could have they could have made the bad guys, which would have made a lot more sense. Like for the disposable bad guys, they could have made them Umtrons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
And then we get
Sorry,
the,
man.
we
that
have
gang really it blew my mind.
not only does that blow your mind, but the return of the hunter and him dressing up in a chicken attire.
A chicken
Hey.
tutu.
Don't you make fun of Piccolo and his chicken
His
tutu.
acting is bad.
Motherfucking chicken tutu.
I get it. This is a fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle live action TV show. You ain't gonna bring your goddamn A game when it comes to acting. Okay, I get it. Please just put a percentage of effort into it when you deliver your lines, because they are dreadful. The leader of that fucking gang, man, all I wanted to do was fucking shove that fucking stick up his ass.
That confused the fuck out of me. It's like, okay, you turtles have fought a Shredder, battling a Dragon Lord, and is getting your shells handed to you by a guy with a
monster
stick.
of the week, yeah. And then it's some random street punk with
This
the
street punk knocks your ass down, Donnie.
Shane, he has your favorite weapon.
Stick.
You know,
Yes.
since the turtles were literally hunting for ass on the
Yeah.
dance floor, I did think of something once again on the disturbing scale. The turtles are naked.
Yep.
You know, you have this thing that comes in pretty handy, where you can see the hottest woman in the world when you're 14, and you can be wearing pants. If you lived your life on the nude beach and decided to dance with the hottest girl, she would know pretty instantly that thing is flapping around. And turtle dicks are literally long enough to touch their chins.
Yep.
And they are naked, and they are teenagers, and they are on a dance floor with ladies.
I'm going to tell you something right now, man. When we watch shows, we're very different. See, I pick out things that interest me.
Uh-huh.
You overanalyze too much.
Dude, I did.
Turn that part of your brain
I was-
up
He
and
can't.
stop talking about naked turtles.
Dude, I was there, and I was like, I was.
About turtle dicks?
Well, here's the thing. They're bringing it on. They're doing
Yeah.
it because every single time we see the turtles, they're like hitting on Venus, or they're like very interested in the other girls. But like,
Yeah.
the turtles are animals and human hybrids.
Yeah.
And if they are teenagers, and holy shit, do I remember being a teenager, I used to have to walk with my books in front of me because that motherfucker wouldn't go away.
Yeah, I share the same anatomy as you. I
Oh,
know.
you see?
Yeah, I
So
know.
you remember the goddamn dick that wouldn't stop being a dick?
Oh, you mean the morning wood?
No,
No.
the school would.
Dude,
Oh, the school.
that-
okay.
walking through the hallways and you
Yeah.
see the fucking
Yeah,
cheerleader
you know what-
bitches
you
with
know
their
what I
fucking
had to
tits
do?
hanging
I'm gonna
out.
I'm gonna demonstrate what I did. Yeah, because I didn't feel like carrying my book bag in front of me like a fucking douche. That I did this.
Oh, you just held it?
The adjustment
Oh, I with my hands in my pocket, adjustment, walking.
all the time. Dude, look, I'm telling you, it's funny as hell to go to a school. Because when you're an adult and you see a whole bunch of guys walking down the hall tagging by ladies and shit, and they're holding their books in front of them, that's not because that's the way they walk.
Yep.
And every goddamn one of us knows because we had to fucking do it too. Now, I'm thinking about mutant turtles, and I realize they're naked.
They have no way to hide their corkscrew dick.
Right. And they're dancing with,
No, that's pigs.
quote, sexy sheep.
And ladybugs.
Uh-huh.
Sexy sheep and ladybugs. And god damn it, I don't care how much control you think you had. When I was a fucking teenager, any fucking booby I saw, I was like, oh fuck, up, stop, up, no, too late, there it is.
Being a dick.
Yeah, you're being a dick.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
So,
Which, that was the one upside that I had in fucking high school. I knew this motherfucker who constantly kept just fucking porno mags hanging around. So, hey, it's after school. I've been staring at tits and ass all day. Let's go look at actual tits and ass. So you know what I didn't have to do? Walk with a binder in front of my junk. I just thought about, don't worry about it. I'll go see actual tits and ass later on when I go hang out with Bill after
dude,
school.
it was, I'm telling you, I can't help but think human idea, I can't help it.
But this episode sucks really bad because
If they weren't fucking teenagers, it would never have crossed my mind.
Yeah.
But they're fucking 17.
Yep.
And I couldn't wait to fuck.
16.
I would. Yeah, they're about to be 17.
Yeah, they.
No, they're
16.
17, about to be 18.
Yeah, they're 17, about to be 18.
I could have.
No.
Yeah.
Because episode 1, fucking Splinter
He says you're all
screams at them.
17.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
We're
look,
all about to be 18 years
oh my
old.
God.
Fucking
They're-
act like it.
they're 17-year-old teenage boys
Yes.
at a party with a bunch of dancing bimbos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we all know what that's like. Not being a turtle, but
Right, because I never had to dance with those girls
Standing
naked.
with the microphone too far away from the face so it doesn't pick you up.
oh yeah,
I couldn't
Yeah.
imagine. I couldn't imagine for the life of me.
No.
If I was, dude, couldn't do it.
well,
Can we move on to the last episode
last
now?
episode. You ready? Mutant Reflections.
This is where the episode starts out with them talking about which one's better, Batman or Superman.
Yeah, but that's because if you notice when it cuts to the fucking New York police in fucking neon LED lights, which I've never known a police station to advertise with neon LED lights. It says New York City Cops. There's a billboard behind that building, which is Batman and Robin and a Mr. Freeze. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, so they were watching the best movie.
Yeah. They were advertising for fucking Batman in the Ninja Turtles, which is kind of ironic since the Ninja Turtles end up hanging out with Batman.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, the next movie
The
for
next
Batman
animated movie.
is Turtles and Batman.
Which is somewhat mirroring the first comic release that they had with the Turtles and Batman.
Yeah, they're on
Yeah.
their. I think they just did their third one for that comic. I think.
This episode sucks too.
This
Yeah,
episode
it
had
does.
the Doctor create clones.
This episode only bothered me with one thing. I was fine with the idea. In fact, This is what I would have done. I'd have had that doctor collect the samples. I'd have made the turtles, and since they obviously have multiple turtle costumes, I would have done all the bandanas in solid black, and I'd have darkened them up a little bit.
All red.
No, I'd have done them in all black, and the reason I'd have done it is because Slash, the prehistoric turtle, he had
Yeah.
like the black crazy bandana and the spikes on his hand. I would have made 4 turtles. Added like spikes and whatnot to them a little bit on the costumes. Not anything that would have been super expensive. And I would have made dark turtles. I'd have given them solid black bandanas and made them a little more violent. And I'd have had them get away from the doctor. So he creates them. They start on his side. We have the fight. They escape the Doctor. And now we have to deal with Dragon, Doctor, Dark Turtles. And it would have made a trifecta of enemies out there somewhere.
And the monkey decided that they're going to be mortal enemies.
And the hunter. So now I have five different enemies I can pull from, and you would always be looking forward to that fight with the turtles.
But the issue there is you would have to have the Dark Turtles figure out a way to deactivate their self-destruction.
I would have never put those things on them. If I was in charge, I hated that they weren't fucking clones. They were like robots.
Yeah.
They were. They basically, because the second that they took those
even when they were walking,
out of them, they stopped.
When they were walking into the fucking thing, they're going with
the dumbest fucking looks on their
Dude,
face.
And I was literally downstairs being like, they're not fucking robots.
Did you see fucking Robo Leo? He's like,
yeah, they were not supposed to be robots. He said, "I'm cloning them."
Clone.
Obviously, this fucking doctor did not get a PhD.
He barely did.
So what you're saying is, at one point in time, he was just somebody who was wealthy enough to donate to the school to get an honorary PhD.
There you go, because he doesn't have a real one.
It just kind of blew my mind. It really
and how
did.
The clones can have their weapons cloned too somehow.
Yeah. I'd have changed they were on a gold mine here to finally pull this show out of the shit. There could have been a set of new turtles. They could have been Dark Turtles. They could have had different weapons, and it would have been like looking forward to the Psycho Rangers.
Yep, that's exactly what they would have been.
But instead, we got weird.
No, wait.
Robo clones.
Now, did this come out first, or did the Power? Yeah, this.
They were playing at the same time.
Yeah,
they were playing at the same time.
Roughly. And Space is the one that has the Psycho Rangers.
Because they started to realize that the ratings were bad on this. So they tried to boost ratings by putting these turtles in the Rangers.
Because Space was a success.
So the Psycho Rangers were probably actually thought of in the Power Rangers instead of
Well, of course they were thought
Turtles.
of because the Power Rangers, we didn't think of the Dark Rangers.
Yeah.
No, did somebody...
The Sentai did.
I don't know if somebody brought this up in one of the comments or not, but... Were the Psycho Rangers?
I don't even want to
Were
hear
the
nothing
Psycho
about
Rangers
the comments.
just an American version, or were they in the Japanese version at some point?
What?
The Psycho Rangers.
Yeah, they're in the Japanese version.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's
which means they were they.
You can tell because if it's anything American made, like Zed, you notice how anytime
he's
Zed,
never with the Rangers
because and remember that one time he fought Tommy, that was actually on American,
and they had to do it in the dry ice cave.
Yep.
But the Psycho Rangers fight the Space Rangers, and you can obviously tell it's stock footage.
Okay, because I remember a lot of the scenes didn't look like stock footage with the
Oh
Psycho
yeah,
Rangers.
they do. You'll notice it this time. It's probably been a while since you've gone through it. You'll see it. It's very
but
stock.
Space is actually good. Can't wait to watch that.
Yeah.
Now, the reason Space gets away with a lot of shit is because they made a lot of extra scenes for Space because we fucked up the storyline and figured out that we made them like hardcore space fucking guys, and then when we finally got that shit over here, they were like digital Ranger type things, and some of the storylines where we were like, fuck, what do we do?
Yep.
And they were like, fuck it. They're fucking film boogie boards and shit.
Yep. And you know what's really cool about Space is that they weren't baked into a pizza.
Right.
Oh my god, yes.
Turbo.
But like I said, though, I'm just not looking forward to the comments, because luckily with all the downtime at work that I have now, since I have me from open to close and like the last like hour at work is so boring, I'm actually like, I'm not watching our episodes, but I'll get on and I'll read the comments section now, and whoo, boy, is it getting ridiculous.
I've been seeing some of them.
Some of them are getting a little on the crazy side.
But I've been seeing some of them. I've been seeing a good portion of them. Like, okay, when the day it goes up, usually around the last 2 hours of the day, I'll set my projects to render.
Well, there's those.
And if I set my projects to render, I have enough downtime that I can at least listen to it in the background and finish off my scripts or whatever for what I'm going to have to do the next day.
Right.
And then during my last half an hour, I'll skim through. Because at like 2:30, I'll usually skim through and look at all the comments. But that's you're thinking only like 130 views, like first day, first thing.
Right.
Yeah. But
Right, no, but I'll keep going back, and I keep, coming across people who are like, you guys didn't fucking do this right, and you guys didn't do that right, and what's with this, and you guys forgot about that.
Oh, why is that not in the order that happened in the show? Alphabetical fucking order.
This, I don't give a fuck.
Right. So like I said, this one,
I don't give a fuck.
Oh no, this one I'm actually excited for because like the people that are gonna fucking hate that we ripped it apart. Those aren't the people I'm looking forward to, but everybody else.
Bill posted.
Oh my God.
Bill posted in
Facebook
so
fucking right.
Facebook page about us covering this, and two of the people are already saying, yeah, they know it's shit.
Well, I'm about to go find it right now because I think we're at the end of our episode.
We are, and
okay. So there's a couple questions before we ever go to this, which we have 3 comments that we should that we have to address. Okay, here, guys. We haven't done this in a while.
Okay, go ahead.
Who was the coolest turtle?
Donnie.
He's Donnie.
Pass.
Nope.
Come on.
You got to pick one.
It's more or less saying who was the best of the shit.
We've done it for all. We used to do it for all the Rangers.
Stunk the lest. Yes, lest.
Even when we gave Rangers zeros, we had to pick a best.
Yeah.
Venus.
Only because I cannot pick the fucking villain, because he at least made the episodes more fun.
Because he'd have picked the Hunter.
Yes. Sadly, yeah, I'm going to have to go with Donnie. Because while he sucked, he although, don't get me wrong, Venus is like right there, too.
And I'm
I
Venus.
would
So that makes
both,
Venus and Donnie the only things in this show that stood out for us.
Right.
I believe they were the only ones that had some personality. Everybody else was a fucking retard.
Yep.
Okay, our very first comment is coming from Josh Turnbull. This is...
Yay, Josh.
the 90s. The decade of Smash Mouth, Spice Girls, Backstreet Boys, Power Rangers, Star Trek, and Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation. I think I may have seen the entire series when it aired on Fox Kids back in the late 90s, I think. I do remember at least watching the 5-part pilot episode.
Yep.
I was 11 years old when the show aired, so it didn't grab my attention like the original cartoon had. I hope you guys shred it to pieces. Have fun.
We did.
Oh, we didn't shred it nearly well enough, but that's because usually our pieces we like to be kind of big, because some of those we can use later on.
Plus, we still got another half to go through.
Like going from Ocean to Stonehenge.
Well,
and
here's
Stonehenge
the
to Power.
Here's the thing. Tearing this apart would have been very simple. I purposely had to find areas where we could discuss something and make this a show.
Right.
Okay, the next was Mine Wife.
Yep.
Mine Wife says, sucks to be you guys. Damn it. Glad I didn't have to sit through all of this with you, winky face.
Don't worry, my girlfriend did. After episode 2, she checked out. After episode 3, she goes, I deserve sex for having to watch this with you. I said, yes, you do.
It was kind of worse for mine because she was sick during it.
Awesome.
Mine refused.
Yeah. All our ladies suffered through this catastrophe with us.
Yeah.
His lady was like,
Fuck
I'm out.
you.
Your lady was in Connecticut. What
To
are you
be
talking
fair,
about?
she had a
Kentucky,
reason.
but
She had a
Kentucky, yeah.
reason to out. She had a legitimate
had a
reason
reason
to
to
out.
out.
Legitimate
Not that we're
reasons.
going to bring up here, but yes, she had a legitimate reason to out.
And then when she came back home, she's like, you got to go out there and watch that.
But luckily,
I got to go to sleep.
Luckily, she
Yeah.
won't miss the next 13.
At least sit her through the pilot, then the others.
Right.
You want the next one?
I can, yeah.
All right.
All right, so lastly we have a Bradley Mitchell. I had not heard of this show until you guys mentioned it in one of your reviews. Out of curiosity,
You done
I went
fucked
to look up and
You
watch
done
the
fucked up.
You done fucked up.
You done fucked up.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you
Once
fucked up.
seen cannot be unseen.
You have fucked up now.
Yes.
That's like back in fucking high school when people are like, yeah, you just need to go to lemonparty.com. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Anyway, out of curiosity, I went and watched the first episode. Never again. Let this be recorded in the history books of children's television programs. Don't worry, it's recorded in the history of the Sentai Review.
Yep.
Ninja Turtles, The Next Mutation is a mutated piece of garbage. Looking forward to you guys taking this show on.
Okay, that was our fan feedback that we got. I'm trying to make this more often, that I post what we're recording and give people a chance to kind of get in there. This one was very early. Normally
Right.
you would have had until 3 to get your comment in. This time your comment had to be posted at like 10 a.m.
Yeah, because we had a party to go to that then got canceled while we were waiting for Shane to show up. And we're like, motherfuckers, we could have waited.
Oh, yeah.
So,
But, like I said...
But it is what it is.
The
People
next
being
part
sick
will be
is
episodes
something that
14 through
happens.
26.
and
We
then
should-
we'll get to rate it.
Once we...
We kind of already know the rating.
So
Yeah.
14 through 26 will be reviewed sometime in the next 2024, 2025. We'll get to it. So enjoy that, because I don't want to do it again.
Well, don't worry, Shane, because, see, next we have to do, what is it, 1 to, like...
It's like
10?
15 episodes of Space.
Okay, so 15 episodes of Space. Then we come back for 13 of Turtles. Then we have 15 of Space and 15 of Space.
Yeah, as we even out and finish it off.
And then we're done with this. Done with this. Never again. Never again.
Oh yes.
But
And by the way,
Shane,
I think we
there's
might
an
even
issue.
we might even do a special treat when we finish the review of this entire fucking catastrophe. We might purposely throw this motherfucker on the bonfire and record its demise.
Well, shit, then that means somebody also has to go out and get you Prince of Persia. That way, then, while this is being burned on the fire, Prince of Persia could be ran over in your truck repeatedly.
I really feel like we need to destroy this motherfucker.
There is one other piece of shit we'll have to
No
sit
shit.
through, though.
What's that?
Big bad Beetleborgs. At some point.
It's terrible, but it's at
Oh wait,
least
and then
watchable.
VR Troopers.
Okay, that needs to be fucking destroyed too, if memory serves. But it's been a while since I've seen that.
So we'll see you guys in 2024.
Hey guys, did you like that podcast? If so, remember to check out fandomnight.com. At fandomnight.com, you can drop a line to this show, or you could check out other podcasts as well. We cover all kinds of topics, everything from comic books, wrestling, movies, TV shows, video games, animes, mangas. It's outrageous. We seem to have a podcast for just about everything, and you have access to it just by going over to fandomnight.com. So check it out, guys. We're going to get out of here.